Are we close to the end of the world? Is this what we're going through at this moment? There's pandemics everywhere. There's wars here and there. There's famine in different countries. There's earthquakes, tsunamis, and hurricanes. And obviously the first thing that we think is the end of the world. I personally do not believe in the end of the world. Tragedies, unfortunately, happen all the time. There's some people who are able to handle disasters and hurricanes and problems in an easier way than others. When the hurricane comes and you're in the middle of the ocean, that's not the moment to learn how to swim, and it's not the moment to learn how to use your canoe. That's the moment to practice what you have learned in the past. I've seen many people become a mess, and they're totally overwhelmed when tragedies strike. And that's because they have not practiced. They don't know how to swim, and they're in the middle of the ocean, and the hurricane is coming. Today we're in the middle of a pandemic, and some people are more desperate than others. There's some people who have committed suicide because of this. And there's some people who are so overwhelmed that every time they come home, they're crying. There are others that are so afraid of getting out of their homes that they prefer to starve because they're not going out. And yet there are other people who just walk like nothing has happened, without mask, with no gloves. I have been tempted to stop them and just ask them, what are you thinking? Psychologists speak of a complex that is very peculiar and very particular. And it's a complex of immortality. Nothing is going to happen to me. Everything is going to be okay. I'll be safe. I'm going to live forever. It's a mentality that some people carry far beyond their adolescence. You see them around thinking that nothing is going to happen to them. But when it does, the first question they ask is, why me? And the answer is obvious. Why not? This complex of immortality is what allows people to go to the beaches in a moment in which you should not be going out. This complex of immortality strikes everywhere. And you don't have to be an adolescent to suffer from it. There are people in politics or religious circles. There are family members, father, mothers, older, younger people who sincerely do not believe that they could actually carry the virus. Today, we depend on everyone. We depend on each other, because whether you're rich or poor, a sage or an ignorant man, responsible or irresponsible, we are all vulnerable to this disease, and we could all die from it. We could all be carriers, and we could all bring death to someone next to us. In this pandemic, I'm learning that I am responsible, that my air that I breathe is not mine, that what I do affects and can impact another person. I know people who have died because they did not care about using a mask or wearing gloves. And they were the first ones to say, if I die, I die. They did not foresee the pain and the struggle that it takes when you are dying. And they also did not foresee the struggle and pain they caused on the people that they left behind. They also did not foresee that their sickness meant a risk to caretakers, caregivers, hospital personnel that were risking their lives so that that person could have life. And when that person died, it impacted them as if it was a family member. This pandemic is raising our consciousness. The question is, are you raising your consciousness? Or are you just waiting for the beaches and the parks and the stores to get open so that you could run out there? Be careful. Because when politicians and state officials open businesses and beaches, your needs and your safety may not be their priority.